Man, that's going to be great. It is going to be fantastic. I have the honor of being Sam Brownback's running mate. I've known Sam for about 20 years. I first met Sam when I was White House fellow to President Reagan. And when I first met Sam, I knew this is a guy who does what he says. This is a guy who makes commitments. This is a guy who makes Kansas first. You know, when you walk into Sam Brownback's office in Washington, D.C., you don't see a bunch of pictures of Sam. You see pictures of Kansas. You see grain elevators. You see the sky. You see the wheat fields and the bean fields. You see Kansas. And that's what this is about. This is about taking our great state back. And we've got a lot to do. And we have one heck of a team. And to be honest, it's the best team that I've seen in my political life. Part of that team here hasn't been up on the stage yet. I want to make sure that we recognize some people that have really made a huge difference in the state. I've worked and sat next to Pete Brungard as your state senator, and he and I served on the health committee. And Pete is here, and Pete is one of the hardest working guys I know, Pete Brungard. We also have Senator Ben Vidrickson here. Ben? We also have Randy Duncan, who is running for County Commission. Dina Horst, who's been our state representative. We have a couple of candidates that need your help on the ballot. We have Tom Artke. Tom? Stephen Johnson. Clark Schultz is here. Clark, where are you? He's back here as well. And Commissioner John Reynolds, where are you? We have a great team. And we have a great team of Republicans. And it is so wonderful to see us all unified, that all of us can work together, that we have lots of views that we all share, that government should be smaller, that it should be more responsive, that we should have our economy growing again, that patients and their doctors should be the ones making their decisions about healthcare rather than some bureaucrat. We can do all of that. Sam and I have been in all 105 counties as of today between the primary and the general election. And in all 105 of those counties, the first thing out of everybody's mouth was, we need jobs. There are 100,000 Kansans that are unemployed right now and looking for work. We've got to grow the economy. Because when we have a growing economy, as I learned from Ronald Reagan, when the whole economy is growing, we can make all of our problems smaller. We can make them more manageable. They're the keys to making sure that we have great schools, that we have good police and fire departments. It is the key to making sure that our children have the opportunity to stay here in the state and live a future that we have all dreamed about. I'm a fifth-generation kid from Haines. And we would always come to Salina for the big things. You know, the first rock concert I went to was here. It was Paul Revere and the Raiders. The first date I ever had with a cheerleader, we drove from Hays to come eat at McDonald's and then drove back. Hey, but it was the only McDonald's between Denver and Kansas City at those times. And they did have a $1 meal at that time. You could get 4 burgers for $1, and as a starving teenager, 4 burgers was about enough for me. But Salina was a special place and a part of it for our family too, where we got some of our medical care, where our friends were. It's the heart of Kansas. And it is going to be the heart of taking our state back. And so Sam and I are going to be pretty serious about, and this whole team is really serious. We've got a lot to do over the next few days, and we're going to need your help over the next few days. And not only just to get us through the election, but then after that, we have a number of years to move ahead so that we are taking our state back. And we're going to need everyone there. But over the next few days, I need you to do 3 things. We got 72 hours left. I need you to do 3 things. First is, has everybody here voted yet?
Yes.
Who voted? Wow!
Yes.
Now, but there are some of us that haven't voted yet. Okay, I need you to get out on Monday morning, and I need you to go vote. You can vote before noon. And I need you to vote on Monday so that we harvest those votes before they come in. So get out, remember on Monday morning, I need you to vote Monday morning. The second thing we need you to do is, tomorrow is Sunday afternoon. After the Chiefs game, which ends at 3 o'clock, after the Chiefs game, I need you to make a few phone calls. You need to call your friends. You need to tell them, I know Sam Brownback. I know Derek Schmidt. And we need to make sure that we have the state legislature making the decision about school finance, not some attorney that was unappointed or some judge that is not part of the system, having somebody else make that decision. We need that. We need Derek Schmidt. We need Tim Huelskamp as our next congressman to represent us in Washington. Tell them, I know these guys. I've met them. I know what they're about. And they're going to put Kansas first in all of this. So that's the second thing I need you to do. The third thing I need you to do is get out there and on Tuesday, when you're calling all of your friends, make sure that they have arrived to the polls. Make sure that you call them back on Tuesday and tell them, hey, did you vote yet? Now there's a reason why I need you doing this, because they say it's going to rain on Tuesday. It's going to rain Republicans on Tuesday. And we need you to help bring in that harvest on Tuesday. And so how we're going to do it is, we're going to have a clean sweep. So let me go through and remind everybody what a clean sweep means. It means, do we want to have the Obama way or the Kansas way? Do we want to elect our state representatives who are Republicans or Democrats? How are we going to do it? With a clean sweep. How are we going to do it? Say it, I've got another clean sweep for you. Love it. Do you want to have an attorney general who's going to represent special interests, or a Republican, a candidate who's going to stand up to Washington, to stand up to political mandates? Do we want to have a clean sweep with Derek Schmidt? Let's hear it.
Clean sweep. Clean sweep. Clean sweep.
Do you want to have a Republican as your Secretary of State, as your Treasurer, as your Insurance Commissioner? We can do that with a
clean sweep. Clean sweep. Clean sweep. Clean sweep.
Finally, Sam Brownback and I, we appreciate it very much. We are working very hard with Tim, with Jerry, with all of Kansas, and we need your help. And we need your help with a
clean sweep. Clean sweep. Clean sweep. Clean sweep.
Great. I want to introduce Tim for our final aspect of this. Tim?
Why don't we all rise? We're going to have a final dedication to our blessings as a nation. I introduce Deanna first.